The College Basketball and NBA Gambling Podcast, TBT Preview and Picks Edition for July 22nd edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog is giving away $15 million in Best Ball Mania 5. Sign up today using the promo code TCESGPN to claim your special time deposit offer up to $250 bonus in cash. Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. And we are also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm has the best AI picks and projections, and their college football product is about to drop. Claim your 7-day free trial today by going over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM today. And welcome everybody into another edition of the College Basketball Experience and NBA Gambling Podcast crossover. We are previewing the TBT game starting here in less than an hour. I hope you tailed yesterday. Yesterday was a good day. 7-1 for me. Another sweep on my locks. Swept my dog once again. Obviously, I went 7-1. So the only one I missed, I had the herd early, laying the 7.5, and that's what I get as a West Virginia guy forever taking Marshall. All jokes aside, that was a good win for Marshall because they played like shit. They deserved to lose, but they found a way to win and survive and advance. They're on to the Sweet 16. But yeah, swept the rest of the board. Red Rose Thunder, easy. That was basically pick 'em. They won by 30. What was the other one? Team BC. They were able to grind that one out at the Elam ending, win on those free throws, win on the M1. And then my dog won outright with Challenge ALS upsetting the Bleed Green North Texas alumni team. Enough touting my picks from yesterday because it's a new day. You guys don't care what happened yesterday. We gotta get on the right side of some of these games tipping off here in an hour. I am Moneyline Mac, aka the former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin. It is Mac tonight over here at the College Basketball Experience, and it's happy hour, baby. 5 o'clock somewhere on the East Coast, and let's get right into it. Lante is caught up in a commitment, so he will not be able to make it. Seeing if he was able to message his picks, maybe he will send those in by the end of the show. If not, because Lante also was able to go 7-1 yesterday. But let's dive right into it. The 6 o'clock window. We are D3 coming off their opening round win, first ever opening round win. They were 0-5 prior. They are taking on the defending TBT champs, Heartfire. Heartfire is laying 10, over under set at 149.5. Heartfire trailed a majority of their game the other night. They were able to squeak by, find a way to get in the win column. But honestly, they probably should have lost. Now, Heartfire, as good as they are, they have a history of doing this. Last year, almost lost in the first round to JUCO Products, then almost lost in the second round to LA Cheaters. Then they seem to turn it on after that. So they have a history of kind of playing in these close games in the first and second round. We are D3's pesky dog, man. I mean, it's in their name. They're a bunch of D3 guys. I was impressed with how they looked the other day. They kind of were wire to wire. Honestly, 16 doesn't justify. They dominated that game against Sweet Home Alabama. They were able to make 8 threes, out rebounded them by 10. I'm going to be on the dog here. I'm not laying 10 with Heartfire this early in the tournament. Heartfire, like I said, gets better and better as the tournament goes along. So give me the dog, plus 10. Give me 10 points in the TBT. I will take the plus 10. And I don't know if We Are D3 can win it. I think that it's one of those games that they're back and forth, kind of like the Louisville Bellarmine game from a couple days ago, where the favorite is able to just wear them down with their athletes and size, and they get away from them late. But I'm definitely going to be on this D3 team that has a history. They almost beat Kansas last year as a dog, lost by 3. I think a similar game. I think Heartfire wins by like 6 to 8 points. So definitely going to get take the plus 10 when you're giving me 10 points in this matchup. So I'm on the dog in the first game. The second game on the dock is Penn State versus UConn in the city of Pittsburgh. UConn is laying 8.5 over under at 152.5. And Penn State got their first, so both teams coming off their first ever TBT wins. So they're both in uncharted territories. This is UConn's debut. Penn State played last year. They were not able to get in the win column, but obviously they were able to get in the win column against the Boys Dream the other day. Penn State had all 5 guys score in double figures, and I have a system. I usually like to fade the teams that win by 30 plus the previous round, and UConn is coming off a 85-52 win. I think 8.5 points, same as the other game. Give me Penn State. Give me Penn State in the dog here. I'm getting 8.5 right now over DraftKings is the one that usually releases these early. I think it opened at 7.5, so it's up to 8.5. But I'll in the early window, I'm going to be on both dogs. Happy Valley. I think that they're able to keep this within striking distance. I honestly could see them winning outright. They do have more experience at this event than Stars of Stores. Stars of Stores was impressive, but I also question how good their opponent was. I thought the Herkmeyer Originals were awful. I thought that was a terrible team that they played. But the roster for UConn is really, really good. RJ Cole, Jeff Adrian, DeAndre Daniels, Ryan Boatwright, a bunch of good UConn guys. I mean, they got Calcaterra coming off the bench. So they're clearly the more superior roster, but I like Penn State's experience. I like their starting 5. Mentioned it. They all scored a double figures the other night. So give me Penn State here with the plus 8.5. To keep this thing within striking distance. UConn, I think, pulls away late. Wins by 5 or 6. So give me the points. Real quick, before we dive into the 7 o'clock window, get on over there. Make sure you check out the MLB Gambling Podcast because they're crushing it all season long. Plus, the college football experience is knee-deep in 134 team previews. 134. They're doing the Big 12, the best league in the land, baby, right now. Subscribe wherever you get your podcast and the SGPN app today. All righty, we are back talking TBT. I kind of like this 5 o'clock happy hour. Got some line movement talking about it. The standalone 7 o'clock game. So the way the time, this Eastern time zone, by the way, for everybody watching. So do the math if you're in Pacific, Central, whatever fucking time zone you're in. 2 early games, and then we have a standalone 7 o'clock. I believe this is the national TV game on FS1. Sideline Cancer is taken on the Ville. This game opened, I think, at 2. Steamed up to 4 now. So people like the Ville. The Ville, if you guys have not watched them, have a bunch of teams or a bunch of their guys from the 2013 Final Four team. Peyton Siva, Russ Smith, Montrezl Harrell's on that team. And they kind of actually got pushed the other day. They were losing at half to Bellarmine, who made a bunch of threes, but they were able to get over the finish line. The main reason I thought that they were just able to wear down Bellarmine with their athleticism. They don't press like they used to, like they did with the Final Four team back in 2013. But Richie, yeah, you're right. They did win the national championship. They made it to the Final Four the previous year. So even though it does have an asterisk, but I'm not one of those people. I mean, Slick Rick was doing Slick Rick things. They won the national championship. They beat Michigan. They beat Wichita. They're taking on Sideline Cancer, and Sideline Cancer, I think you're kind of seeing it with so far in this TBT. These teams that are the veteran groups, Sideline Cancer all time, just to give you guys a little bit of background, is 17-10 at this event now. They're one of the oldest teams. We saw it with Eberlein Drive beating the shit out of Butler yesterday. They're one of the older teams. Challenge ALS. They're one of the veteran teams. They beat Bleed Green. Louisville's only in their second year in this event. And I think everybody wants to hop on Louisville because they think about 2013, that good core. Place is going to be rocking. They're talking about the Kentucky Louisville potential matchup. I'm on Sideline Cancer all day. Sideline Cancer, like I said, they got the core. They've been here, done that. They were the other day. They how many threes did they end up making? They only made 8. I felt like they made a three every other minute, but they out rebounded their opponent 46-32. And I just think that with their experience with Chris Coffey, Marcellus, what's Marcellus's last name? Marcellus Erlington, Keith Braxton, Jermaine Morrow off the bench. They just got enough. I think that they're going to keep this thing close. This is a one possession game, and I think Sideline Cancer is actually going to pull the upset, the stunner here on the national TV game. So give me Sideline Cancer here. This could be the dog at the end of the show. So 3 for 3 for me on the dog so far to start this show. 8 o'clock window. I believe this is another national TV game. I don't know how they're spreading this thing out. I gotta look. I think some are on FS1, some are on FS2. This is a rematch of the 2019 regional at the TBT, and this is in the great state of Ohio. The Red Scare is taking on Carmen's Crew. Carmen's Crew opened as a favorite. It's flipped the other way. Now Red Scare is laying 1. Minus 125 on the money line. Carmen's Crew, minus 105 on the money line. If you did not see both of these teams the other day, they were extremely impressive. Both won in blowout fashion. So on day one, the 3 seeds got absolutely ambushed. They went 0-4, all lost outright as favorites. The next day, they all won by like a margin of 20 to 25 points. So this is a rematch. Ohio State was able to win the game back in 2019. This game is at Dayton, by the way. And if you have not watched Dayton during the TBT, they do show up. They do care. They are headlined by the roster of Suchi Smith. They have Daryl Davis. They have Seibert as well. They added Marco Santasilva. I think Dayton's a better roster. I think that I think Ohio State has the bigger names. They won by 35 the other day. And I'm gonna use my system of fading the team that wins by 30 plus, and I'm gonna fade the Buckeyes here. Solinger, Wesson, big names. The Wesson brothers, I should say. Jamel Morris has been in this event as well. Kyle Young just got done playing at Ohio State. But give me Dayton, give me the home team. I think it flipped their 0 for a reason. So give me the Flyers here at home in front of their home crowd, minus 125 on the money line. Is that the game of the day? No, Daniel. The game of the day is in the city of Pittsburgh because you got the backyard brawl, baby. And for whatever reason, they opened Pitt as a 1-point favorite. Best Virginia is up to -3. Zoo Crew got their first ever TBT win. So they are taking on the more experienced team in Best Virginia. Best Virginia seems to always get to the Sweet 16 or Elite 8. I actually kind of think this is the best West Virginia roster from a TBT standpoint with their size and they got a bunch of the Press Virginia guys, whether it's Tariq Phillip, John Holton, Devin Williams, Sags Kanate, Tavon Myers. Tougher team here. I wore the shirt for a reason, so you guys know which way I'm going here. This is a eat shit pitch special. It flipped to the 0 for a reason. Best Virginia is better. Best Virginia is tougher, and they got the experience as well. I'd probably lay the 3. I grabbed the money line at the beginning when it was, I think, minus 115 or minus 105. It was one of the two. I didn't expect it to go all the way up to -3, but I would still lay it. I think that they're able to get away from them late, wear them down with their size. I will say, don't look too much into the West Virginia first game. That team that they played was down 4 to 5 guys. Because they had like an illness. So they only played 5 guys. And as soon as I saw that, I hammered Best Virginia because with the way that they press and the way that they wear you down, if you're going into a game and you only have 5 to 6 guys, you're going to get eaten alive by West Virginia. So, but back to my point, Best Virginia gets it done. Better roster, more experience, tougher team, and the game's personal. Fucking West Virginia doesn't like losing to Pitt, so they get it done in the Steel City. Eat shit, Pitt. Let's go, Ears. Let me hit another ad break. On the other side, we're going to talk the final 4 games of this window because Underdog just launched their college football product all over there, and you can win up to $20,000 plus the higher lower. You can win now with the specials, and I'm pulling up Underdog because I know that we have some player props over at Underdog, and for the player prop crowd, I know the NBA Gambling Podcast loves props. So let me give you guys something here. Tipping off here. Let's do a 6 o'clock. A couple higher and lowers. I wish I had Lante here. Lante is really good with this. Give me DJ Kennedy higher 9.5 for Heartfire. Give me. What do we want to do for the UConn team? For UConn, let's go boat right. Let's go boat right higher than 11 points. And then in the other third game, 17.5 for Harrell. That's a lot of points. Let's go Peyton Siva higher 5.5. So there you go. 3. Stack them on top of each other. 6-1 over there. So get on over there to Underdog Fantasy. I mean, what other place is giving away props for the TBT? No other than Underdog Fantasy, baby. The absolute best. Love those guys. And make sure you use the promo code right above me. Or there you go. TCE SGPN to make sure you claim your special pick. First time deposit offer up to $250 bonus in cash. Underdog Fantasy promo code TCE SGPN. We're also brought to you by Game Time. Game Time is back, bigger, better than ever. If you want to get down and get over there to the TBT games, you don't got to freaking wait online and your app's taking forever to load. Game Time's got the best app and they got the best freaking deals up to date. You're getting your ass kicked by inflation. Well, get on over there. Game Time at least will be able to save you a couple bucks. I wish Game Time could save you in other areas of your life, but Game Time is the absolute best, and they will freaking show you exactly where you're sitting on this phone. Don't got to freaking get a paper ticket. Game Time shoots it right over to you, so you know exactly where you're sitting. I've used Game Time countless times. The absolute best. Love those guys. And make sure you use the promo code SGPN for $20 off your first purchase. Download the Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. All righty, we are back. Let me take a sip of this. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, ladies and gentlemen. So we gave out. We've done the first 5 games of the night. I'm sorry, I skipped a game. You guys should have called me out. I skipped Florida TNT and Mass Street. That game was not on the board. That's a 6 o'clock game. So sorry, there's 3 6 o'clock games. There's 1 7 o'clock game. There's 3 8 o'clock games, and there's 1 9 o'clock game. That makes sense. Yeah, because there's 4 different sites. Florida TNT is taking on Mass Street. Mass Street led by the Kansas Jayhawks. Kansas looked all right the other night. I mean, they're the team that they played sucked. Ram up, whatever it's called. It's at 7 o'clock. Well, then DraftKings has these times wrong. Can we get the damn times right, guys? Yeah, I'm over here making me look like a jackass. I'm just reading off the damn app. So sorry, 7 o'clock. So is there 2 9 o'clock games? Just put in the chat, guys. Thank you. I can always count on you guys. The Kansas Jayhawks, Mass Street, they lost in the second round. They lost in this very game last year. Are taking on Florida TNT, and Florida TNT is good. Florida TNT, I guess you could identify them as a staple in this event. I think they're 10-4 all time, so they don't have the experience of Heartfire or Sideline Cancer or Challenge ALS or what's the other team? Oh, Eberlein Drive. They don't have that kind of experience, but they do have a lot of experience in this event. I think they were in the Final Four 2 years ago. Last year, Florida TNT, I believe, lost in the Sweet 16. Oh, they merged with Challenge ALS. So they're back to being Florida TNT. They were able to win by 20 the other night. And they look good. I was impressed with Florida TNT. So they beat LA Cheaters, who I think is actually pretty good. I thought that they were live in that game. Clearly, I was wrong. Chris Warren's on that team. Jason Burnell as well. Oh, man, I kind of think the Jayhawks might be in trouble here tonight. They're laying 2.5. I think I'm going to take Florida TNT, man. I think I'm going to take Florida TNT. I know that a lot of people will want to see that that Kansas Wichita matchup in the final, but I just think that Mass Street, they have too many guys out. I think that they have too many guys out. Thomas Robinson, Macklemore, they had a bunch of guys out. I don't think that they have the depth and the dudes to hang with Florida TNT. I'm going to take another TBT special team with a bunch of guys flying under the radar. I think the number's short for a reason. So give me Florida TNT to get it done over the Kansas Jayhawks outright. The Mass Street, whatever the rest of their name is, Mass Street. So, yep. All right, another dog for me. We move along in the night to Team Colorado versus the Aftershocks, the Wichita fellas. Wichita State, they are a staple in this event. They always have a great home crowd. They were able to win by 10-15. They won by 15 against Midtown Prestige. I actually thought they kind of looked like shit the other day because I didn't think the team that they played was very good. They had McDuffie. Frank Camp is still there. On the other side, I liked what I saw from Team Colorado. K-State made like 15 threes. They still were able to get over the finish line and get that game, win that game. I like their starting five, kind of like Penn State's, a balanced attack. I like Holyfield. I like Schwartz. I'm going to be on Colorado here for sure. This is too many points. 6.5 points right now over is what I'm seeing. The over-under is 148.5. By the way, all the over-unders are like 148 or 151.5. They don't really diversify these over-unders. So give me another dog. I think the round of 32 and the round of 64 are the dogs. I like Team Colorado here to keep this thing close. And like I said, I was extremely impressed by them with their size, physicality, like Andre Roberson as well. Yeah, I'm definitely on Team Colorado here. The nightcap, here we go. Team DRC is taking on Team Fredette. And I got another system, and we won big time on this one yesterday. Fade the 8 seed coming off the 1-8 matchup. Yesterday, who was it? It was who did Red Rose Thunder play again? And we were on Red Rose Thunder. They won by about 30, and they could have named the score. I think a lot of the time, if you get an 8-1 upset, kind of like the 16-1, reality sets in the round of 32. About millions. Thank you, Daniel. For example, to pull an upset over a 1 seed, usually the 1 seed has to play extremely poor. Go 5 for 25, 5 for 30 from 3, whatever it is. And Team Fredette, they're laying 2.5. They're laying 2.5 against 5 seeds. So you're telling me Team DRC's on the same level as Run DFW? I don't think so. I think this is a short number, mispriced. They just don't know what to do with it. All over Team Fredette. This is lock worthy at the end of the show. Love Team Fredette here in the nightcap. So that's 8 games. We got games tipping off here in 25 minutes. Get paid one last time, and then we'll do our lock and dog because we are brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm is back bigger, better than ever. They got their betting models. You're going to want to make sure you check that out. Claim your 7-day free trial today by going over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM today. And we're also brought to you by Circa Survivor, Circa Million. Circa is back, baby, for another NFL season. 16 million guaranteed in prizes. Brian and Sean will be out there August 23rd through 24th, so 1 month from today, baby. Sign up in person at the Circuit Sports between now and September 7th using the proxy to play from anywhere. We even have a deal with footballcontestproxy.com to save you $50 with the promo code SGP. Prince of Picks. I am on Sideline Cancer. It seems like the chat loves Seville. Little money line Mac versus the chat action. Let's go, baby. Let's go Sideline Cancer. All right, let's go to our lock and dogs. Hopefully, I can keep this lock streak going. I've hit 5 or 6 in a row now. Lock number 1. Don't insult me. Best Virginia lock number 1. Eat shit, Pitt, baby. Let's go. Lay the 3. Lock number 2. I mentioned it. Team Fredette lay the 2.5 against Team DRC. I think they this is mispriced. I think they're disrespecting Team Fredette here. Like them in this spot. For my dog, which dog is going to win outright? So I want to take We Are D3 in Happy Valley, but I just feel like that they're not going to have enough to get over the finish line. For my dog, I don't know if Team Colorado can pull off the upset either. I feel like they're going to lose at the end as well. I feel like the 1 seeds are going to get by tonight in close games. Let's go. Me versus Chad again. Sideline Cancer plus 135 on the money line against Teamville. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Me versus Chat, plus 135 on the money line versus Louisville. We will not get a Kentucky-Louisville regional final like everybody wants to see. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. We'll be back same time tomorrow, 5 o'clock. We got 4 games on dock. Those games are Assembly Ball versus Eberling Drive. Red Rose Thunder, Red Roses. Take over BC. Challenge ALS versus Forever Cougs. La Familia versus Heard That. That's going to be a fucking hell of a game. Yeah, we're in the Sweet 16 starting tomorrow. Love the TBT. Love this event. It's a great way to get down on some games in the middle of summer. Renew some rivalries. West Virginia Pitt, Dayton, Ohio State. Last night we had Indiana, Purdue. It's good. I love this event. So make sure you subscribe. I know I'm not always on the NBA gambling podcast. So appreciate you guys rocking with me. We'll get Lante back whenever we can. Daquan asks, who do I got winning it all? Come on, you know who I got winning it all. Best Virginia, baby. Come on, let's go. I don't know. I think Best Virginia is a nice dark horse. I think they have the depth and dudes to do it. But if I had to give out a non-biased pick, man, Kentucky looks pretty good right now. I'm not going to lie. But it's Kentucky. They always fall short. So I'm not going to give out Kentucky. That's the chalky-ass side. Looking at it right now, the favorites are Heartfire, Assembly Ball at 6-1, La Familia 8-1, Heard That 9-1, the Ville 10-1. I'm trying to. UConn's pretty good, man. Maybe UConn wins the TBT version of it. They won't win it though. It's the first time. The first time team never wins it. Give me a flyer on. I like Best Virginia. Give me a flyer on Dayton. West Virginia and Dayton, baby. Dayton's been to the finals before, or Final Four in this event. I like what I see. If they can get by Ohio State tonight, I like how the bracket shakes for them. They're 25-1. By God, Virginia's at 20-1. I did get them at 60-1, I want to say, before the tournament started. So it's come down quite a bit. I like that. Daniel makes a good point. Eberling Drive does look good. They've been in this event. They know how to win in this event. It's different with that Elam ending. It fucks you up. Just as that Boise team. They dominated Houston the entire game, and then they had 3 points to go, and then all of a sudden they couldn't hit the goddamn rim for the final 10 possessions with that Elam ending. So Daniel, it's over at DraftKings. So NBA Gambling Podcast. Appreciate that crowd rocking with us here tonight. Get Lante back whenever his schedule clears up. Go follow me at the College Basketball Experience all season long, baby. All year long, every single night over there. The only show that does that, I can guarantee you. We got a bunch of coaching interviews out there. Go check those out. We got Coach Leonard from Queens College in the A-Sun coming up here later tonight as well. So we'll release that. And we got a bunch of others throughout the week as well. So make sure you go subscribe, check it out. Go check out the College Football Experience with Colby and company. All 134 team previews. I guarantee they're the only show that does that as well. I'm on the Big 12 Experience as well, breaking all Big 12 sports all year long. Go check out the College Baseball Experience with Noah Beanick. Noah Beanick, baby. And we all come together on YouTube as one, as the College Basketball Experience. YouTube.com/the College Experience. Guys, game start in 20 minutes. I'm going to have a couple cold ones and enjoy them. See you guys tomorrow. Enjoy your evenings. I am Moneyline Mac. And you better start thinking about yours. And we are out of here. Go West Virginia.